Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set.
First carry for Nick Chubb to about the 40-yard line. This defense for the Jets, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
When you talk about this Jets defense,
right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
We'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
they're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
now Fields. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Khalil Mack.
And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The Chargers take over.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Charger drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Herbert.
This one finds McConkey. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
First and goal from the 6.
Ready.
They'll run with Chubb. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. This is caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Set. Kappa.
Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
Set. 380. Set.
They snap it to Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Marion Hampton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. He only got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. This is Fant on the short completion. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First down, Jets.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Down inside the 40.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 33 yards that time.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Here we go,
Back to throw, Fields. Now a run here off the arc. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
New York.
Justin Fields, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up.
So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Herbert.
That one complete to McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Set. Renee. Run. Go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Quick slant caught by Kirk.
So the completion good from just 3. And that will bring up second down.
The Chargers had 7 and 4 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Renee. Run. Set. Renee. Ready.
Herbert now. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7.
Fields. This is Fant on the short completion. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Don't jump. Ready? Green 19. Right.
To the air again, Fields. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First down, New York.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10.
331, go.
Out of the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Here we go. Green 19, guys, what?
They'll run with Hall.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As large a bit the air attack has gotten them down here, but now is when you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Tonight.
One more time with Hall.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go, son. Tonight.
Fields now to throw.
And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Arian Smith in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jets have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
For the extra point.
The extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
This is our last chance.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
26 yards.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Here we go, Sit high.
Paul want to give up the middle.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, Sit high.
Paul again.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go. We're good. Go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Here we go. Green 9.
Now Allen. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And a completion to Wilson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Pierce in motion left. Straight ahead is Hall.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
331. Right.
Here's Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that hole, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Here we go. Green 9.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Chargers 14.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ram. Ready.
Now it's Herbert. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
J.K. Scott in punt formation.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
16 yards.
That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Go.
They'll run with Allen.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
At the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go, tonight. Tonight.
On play action, Fields. This one deep for Wilson.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Jets on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Now Fields. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish.
And got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here's Herbert.
They'll set up the screen to Hampton.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Here's 2nd and 3. Herbert going to give to Hampton.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Down back at the 34-yard line.
Here's Herbert.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields.
This is Fant on the short completion. That,
I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. That was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Now it's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
A gain of 8.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point safely through. And the lead now up to 14.
28. Chargers 14.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Herbert now.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's complete to his running back, Hampton. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
35-yard line.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, go Delta to Hunt. Move.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
28. Chargers 21.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Jets have got it. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. A very rare kickoff return on an onside kick. And the Jets are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point attempt to follow here.
Extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Chargers 21.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Set. Black 80. Black. Don't let us down. Set.
Now Herbert. Now he's going to step up and run.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go.
Here's 1st down.
380. 380. 380. Ready.
Herbert.
And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now a 2nd and 10.
We need to take count.
Herbert to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
They'll give to Hall.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
319,
That one looks like he'll throw here.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
From his own end zone, Fields. That's pulled in by Wilson. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown,
Garrett Wilson.
With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Jets tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Jets 42, Chargers 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A higher scoring